Hi everyone. So today we're going to look at some beautiful little treat boxes. The loaves are just coming off the corners there. Inside you've got a Ferrero Rocher or a Lindor. Okay, so here we have a lovely little pink one. Most of these are done with origami paper and a couple of bits of card. So there we have the lid that goes on. All the little extras are just bits I had from a scrap bead box from a charity shop, and these are bead caps. This one I've piled up a couple of beads on the bottom to form the legs. These are a couple of beads. This one just has one bead on the bottom, a bead cap, a bead and a little gem. That one feels as though it's got chocolate inside as well. Okay, so they're lovely little treat boxes and they're okay for a child. This one we did for a man, so we've done that in muted colours. This one has just got little crystal bead feet, but we've developed it as we've gone along. So the actual way to do them is quite simple, and we are using 2 sheets of 6x6 15 centimetre origami paper, and we're going to use a few pieces of card. So I've got one that is 16.5 centimetres. As usual, the inches will appear in the top left corner. So we have 2 pieces that are 5.5 centimetre square and 1 piece 6.5. So we're going to put those to one side, and I'm going to take one of my origami papers and I'm going to split it into 4. So if I go for 3 inches or 7.5 centimetres, turn it round, so I have now one large piece 6 inches or 15 centimetres, and these are all 7.5 centimetres square. Okay. So put those to one side for the moment, and we're going to concentrate on how we make the box. So the first thing we're going to do is to fold diagonally. You need to be quite accurate with your folding. So turn around and we're going to do the opposite way. We're going to open it out and we're going to go across that way and then across that way. So we've done all 8 points. Okay, right. So now we're going to hold it so that we've got this bit folded towards us. We've got this diamond shape. Press in the side bits and then flatten out the back. And you'll end up with this diamond with flappy sides. It's a technical term. Right, you'll see that this bit is all folds and this is all loose pieces. We want to work with the loose pieces. So we're going to take this piece here and we're going to fold it to the center line. Take this piece here, fold it to the center line. So this is like a kite fold. So we're going into points here and we've got this top point. Flip it over and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. There we go. So there's your kite shape. Now, each one of these that we folded in, we're going to open out the little pocket, and I like to get something to just poke there and get that nice point there, and then fold it, and this line here will match this line here. So flatten it down, open this one, get something to just poke in that corner to make sure it goes flat, and match your crease line here with this fold. There we go. So we've opened out two parts of the kite, turn it over, and we're going to open out these as well. Okay, just get your pocket, make sure all the bits are open, flatten, open, and flatten. Right, so that has given you this point here. So we're going to fold this point so that it folds across where these 2 points come to. So fold it up. You're not going right to the top. Can you see we've got now in line with these 2 bits here? Flip it over and flip this point up. This point here should be level with your crease in the middle. So everything all matches up. Okay? So we've got a point at the front and a point at the back. Now, if we go to this side bit, we can open these flaps, open the flaps at the back and flatten it down. Then you're going to take these edges and fold those to the crease here. There is already a fold that you've made, so it's just a case of just folding it over on that fold. Turn it over and fold it over. So we should be back to the kite shape. There. Okay. So now we have 2 more points, and we're going to fold those up exactly the same as we've done previously. Turn it over and fold those up. So always point this point to the crease in the middle. Okay, we've nearly done. If I move this now, you've got a point here, and if I open these wings, there's a point here and a point there. All right? So what I want to do now is pull this point back and fold this whole top piece so that if I get my ruler, join those 2 points there and just fold this back. Right, so you've gone from this point to this point. And then I want to turn it the other way, put my ruler across and bend that back. All we're doing is reinforcing a fold that we need. Okay, so we've bent that forward and back, and we can then put all our points back up. Now you're going to open this gently, and if I put my fingers inside, I can start to open out the bottom of this box, and I like to get my fingers and just pinch along those edges. So now I've got a beautiful square on the bottom. Bring up each point, and I'm going to fold it and pinch so that the point is nestling nicely on the bottom. So I'm going to go all the way round there, and I've got my 4 points coming in. Now, You can leave them so that they are sticking out as a star, but I like to put these tidily and just stick them. You can use whatever glue you want. I'm going to stick all 4 points down on the bottom of the box. At the moment it seems quite flimsy, but don't worry about that. I can make sure I can press those down. Now we're going to look at our pieces of card. The 5.5 centimetre piece here is going to make a bottom for my card, from my box. Now, because this is double-sided, I can choose whether I want the pattern or the plain for my bottom. So I'm going to use, I think, a plain green. So I've just sprayed that with glue. You can use any glue. There we go. And I take my scissors and I'm going to snip off the corners, but I'm leaving myself a fraction of an inch on each corner. So I don't want to see any of the white card when I've finished. So folding over opposite sides. Now I just get my fingers and I just press in very gently on the corners, and then I can fold that down and I've got absolutely perfect corners. So turn it round, push the corner paper just gently, and then I can fold that in. I'm then going to take hot glue turn it over and place this on the bottom so it's centered there. Now that's holding extra on all my points. I'm going to turn it over, put my fingers inside, and I can press down firmly. If you're using wet glue, then I'd suggest you take a pot of glue or something. It's too big. Something that you can stand in there just while it hardens. So there is the bottom. Already it's become a lot sturdier. Now we're going to look at the lid. So I have a 6.5 centimetre square, and I'm going to take my scoreboard and I'm going to score 1.5 centimetres all the way round. 1.5, 1.5. So I'm going to take my scissors, get rid of that, and I'm cutting up through on one corner, and I'm taking a little wedge from that corner. All right, make sure you don't cut into this bit. Turn it round, cut up to the corner, and take a little wedge out from the outside. Turn. Right. Now I have all my edges. I'm just going to make sure that they bend. And now I'm going to use hot glue to just glue these together. So all the little flaps go inside. And last one. So there is our little box bit, which will go down into there. So don't drop it in yet, because we're going to take our second piece of card, which was 5.5, our next piece of patterned paper, and this time I'm going to use the pattern uppermost. So that will be on there. So just sprayed that with glue, place that in the middle. And I'm then going to do exactly the same, because I want nice neat corners. Cut off, leaving a tiny fraction. Don't know if you can see how little I've left there. So pull in opposite corners, poke on the corner and then fold down, poke on the corners and fold in. There we go. Right, I now can see this white area here. There is my covered lid. And if I take this one here, I can apply glue all over that piece, turn it over, and I fix it in the middle of the white area. Hold it there for a few seconds. Right, now I have like a mortarboard. I'm going to just trim that there. It's like a mortarboard, and that will fit perfectly inside my box to be the lid. So there we go. Right, so take that off for the moment. We need to decide what we're going to do on the lid and what we're going to do for feet on here. You don't have to put feet on, but if I show you, this is my scrapbook, a scrap box of beads from a charity shop, and basically it's all the stuff that they couldn't sell, and they break it all up and sell it as a job lot. So I'm going to come, I think, with these pearls here. So let me see if I can find 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. I always used to like playing with button box and bead box as a child. So this takes me right back. Right, so I have 4 beads which are going to all disappear. And if I go to the hole there, I can now stick a bead on each corner. There we go. That's my last one. Onto there. And you can just turn it over and let them stand on the beads. And there are our feet. Okay. Then I'm going to look at this bit. So this is my lid to go on it. So I need something that you can pick off the lid. And I've just seen this one here, which is a very ornate bead. It's got the green and the gold, which will go with my paper. and I can see it's got pink jewels there. So this is where the hole would be of my bead. So I'm going to take the glue onto that and then place that in the middle of my lid. Now I won't lift it just yet, it needs a few seconds to go off. But there is my little box that we drink it box. If I can tip it slightly, you can see we've got the different colours. So you're always going to see part of the inside of your paper and the outside. Don't go too thick with your papers because it is tough on the hands, particularly when you have to bend the top triangle down. Okay, so here we've got peel-offs, decorating this one, and a little black bead. Okay, all sorts done. This one was just a little flower. Okay, so that went with the floral bit. These two were made from the same paper, and this one, the floral was inside, this one, the matching colour. So we can take those and we can quite easily change those around and make them look quite different. Okay, so there is your little treat boxes made from a 6-inch paper. Now, if I just bring this surprise in, this one is a much bigger one using the same technique, and this was 10-inch, or I'm not sure what that is in centimetres. Let me just check on here. 10 inches is 25.5 centimetres. All right, so any size paper you can start with, so long as it's a square. Okay. So if you want to challenge yourself to try out a little treat box and then make another one in sturdier paper, which would hold a lovely present, jewellery, and makes a nice gift in itself. Okay. Have fun, enjoy, God bless.